we go!
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Konsui Fighter Live, although today we're coming to you not quite live. This is actually a pre-recorded episode we thought we'd throw together for you guys, but we are in the chat right now, so feel free to hit us up and we'd like to answer any of your questions as we go.
Yep.
Today is a pretty special day, I'd say, Sean.
Kind of.
It's a Friday. I never can complain about Fridays.
Fridays are very nice.
Yeah.
We're slight fans of VR, I guess you could say.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
And Nintendo came out with the Labo VR kit today. Now, I only got the basic kit to start because I kind of want to see how the experience is before going, head first into some of the other experiences they offer. But this should allow us to try out obviously some of the core experiences and then the updates for Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey when they hit in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have like another follow-up video or mini stream kind of thing going through that and kind of showing it off and our impressions of it. So
we were hoping it was tonight, but of course we didn't look until today.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But yeah, so we're going to put this together. We're going to try it out and let you guys know what we think just for kicks. So
should be fun.
Let's dig in here. On
the side, since we were up doing geeky things before this, we went by a local tabletop store. It's called Tabletop. It's a very good store. And I got a couple of books. So this is an expansion for the Genesis system that adds like a cyberpunk setting. I'm kind of looking forward to that. And then 3 of the books for Legend of the Five Rings, which I played a little bit. Like I think we did maybe 1 or 2 games of this back in the day. But we played the card game a bunch at one point. So kind of a fun, interesting setting.
It's stuck on now. I just want to open the box.
Nope. Gotta cut all the... Do you need,
I did cut it. This is just... Oh.
You have to pull it out? Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it's just kind of stuck in, but no, this is another...
Yeah, one of those. You gotta make extra sure your cardboard's safe.
Yep.
I also thought it was funny because he ordered this on Amazon, so of course they put it in cardboard. So you got your cardboard for your cardboard.
Yep. I know, you would think they almost could just ship the box, but I guess they don't want to get the box dinged up.
Or if they had like some partnership with Amazon to have like an extra thing, that'd be kind of funny.
So I do find it interesting that the basic kit still comes with the same full game cart, which includes the experiences for the other elements that aren't here,
Interesting.
So I'm assuming the expansions, when they do kind of announce the details for those, it really is just going to be the cardboard components to build that. I'd be almost curious to see like how you could maybe use those pieces of software without them if you didn't need them. But
yeah, you'd almost think they would just give you a digital code, but I guess for some people
we might actually need to pull up the switch on the TV.
Oh yeah,
because the construction guide is on the cart. So
I forget what plug that's in.
Yeah, we'll get that sorted out here, and then our guide should be on there.
Yep, still plugged in.
Good old trusty keys. Mm-hmm. Our mail key is particularly good at cutting open packaging.
I had an old room key that was like that.
It's almost more efficient at cutting open packaging than it is at any other useful function.
Yeah, well, occasionally we get good mail.
Occasionally. We don't get a lot of mail.
No. Not that we're complaining about not getting spam, but...
Yeah. Spam, no thanks. Ooh.
Shame.
Got the little VR goggles on it there. Yeah,
Focuses.
You can totally see that, right? Not too bad. Probably way out of focus, but whatever.
Yeah. Imagine.
Right. Yeah.
Did you taste it? Does it still taste bad?
I'm not tasting it. Nope. I like that the interior is just kind of like craft paper.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
In a way, it reminds me of like kind of like Paper Mario, obviously, but what's the other one? Mario Paint.
Oh yes.
Way back in the day. There's software.
Awesome.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here. I see we've got some rings and rubber bands and foam and stickers and all sorts of stuff in there. Which do I have? Are you going to lock me out of the software if I tell you it's one or the other?
I've seen some of the way...
that would be kind of weird to me.
Yeah. I've seen some of the way you actually play some of the other ones, like the elephant.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Really obscure. I guess we'll say we have this one.
Tell the truth.
Oh, man.
I think we're old enough.
I don't know, Sean. I might be secretly a 7-year-old kid. Yep. Actually, it's 7 and above, so 6.
Uh-huh. I'm always a Toys R Us kid.
Okay.
You need to turn it down a hair?
Yeah, let's pull the volume down a little bit. Yeah. Somewhere around here we have a remote.
It's just the mic closer to the TV than us. Cool. Plus, I don't know if they have, like, copyright thing on the music.
They've opened up a little bit more of their regulation.
Commenting on it. If you want to learn how to put it together, you should learn on your own when you buy your own pack. To cover our legal butts. Oh.
Interesting.
Dang it. I did need to buy the World of Android book.
Do you?
It shows it in here. I didn't realize it was the same system.
Yeah, it is the same system.
So this must be like a setting.
Yeah, that's the setting guide. That's what I was saying. That's the setting. So you have the setting. You need like the general guide that adds the other elements. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with make 3D visuals. Enable? Huh. VR mode auto switch. What does that mean?
Must detect it somewhere.
Brightness sensor to switch when inserted. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Let's start with make.
Why is this? There we go. Okay. So first we'll practice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got to build up to this. This is advanced stuff here.
Why while that's doing that, let's see. We have. I assume this is the actual optics.
Don't get ahead of him.
Hold the A button to go forward. Okay. Make a Joy-Con holder. Okay.
Pretty sure we do this with all of them, actually.
Yeah. Do I really need to... yeah, this is our first time trying a Labo kit, by the way. Yeah. I don't think we really indicated that, but...
I like the idea of them.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't really tried them yet. Seen some reviews.
Oh, so they are Fresnel lenses. I was wondering if they were going to go Fresnel or just kind of keep you know, more optical zoom, like...
Yeah. I assume those are cheaper,
cardboard or something. So that actually impresses me a little bit that they bothered to do a Fresnel.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what kind of FOV range they're going to have on it.
Yeah, it can't
doubt
be great.
It's much, but yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Be kind of curious. All right, so we're going to make this Joy-Con holder, I guess.
I guess for anybody that doesn't know, Fresnel lenses are those like flat, but they have like the rings. It's kind of a neat way of warping light.
Okay, so remove just this one. Be careful not to bend anything, okay? Yep. This is an interesting consistency of cardboard.
Is it?
Yeah, feel this. Here, I'll let you kind of punch out part of this. Oh. It's like thinner and...
Oh, weird. Yeah.
Smooth. It's kind of an interesting material.
I'd expect like stiffer cardboard.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, so we've removed this.
We're going to review all of the cardboard.
Yep. Yep. Try flipping it over. Pop out this bit. And this bit. Okay. Yep, got it in the box. Still organized.
See somebody starting by just dumping everything out.
Rotate the camera with LR. Ooh.
Fancy.
Look at that. Okay, well, that's what we have right now, for sure.
I wonder if they spent a lot of time on these or if they just like scanned them in or use like the CAD files.
Zoom in and out by holding...
Oh, like those
Z.
sticks.
Sorry.
Oh, Z.
You can do it on one,
sure.
But holding L and tilting. Okay. Yep, gotcha. Okay. That's reversed, which is weird. Reset the camera, probably press X. Okay. Yes, it matches what I am building.
It's funny it shows you some like on-screen controls too. Oh, I guess they're just covered.
Crease firmly along the fold lines.
Mm-hmm. Correct lines now.
Okay. Firm. This is a firm creasing right now we're doing.
Yeah. Feel that crease.
Firm and creased.
We swear this is safe for all audiences.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, look at the way. Let's
the click.
Back up. Just look at that click action. Bam. Bam. Bam.
The emerald of holding cards.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
There's a guy from Japan. I saw in a YouTube thing, and he's famous for like he manufactures cardboard, but then he started making like cardboard-based toys. I'm wondering if he partnered with them for this.
Yeah, for stuff. Part of this.
Yeah, because he has like a full-blown like cardboard Ferrari that he designed.
Oh, wow.
In it, so it's kind of interesting.
I don't know. They actually perforate most of these folds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, that's here. Yeah. So Dab in there. Look at that. It's the thing almost.
Almost, yep. Don't celebrate yet.
But how much more complicated could it really get?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty excited for Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Some bits have been kind of leaking or getting closer to announcements at least.
I can see you in VR now.
Is that how it works?
Yes. This little thing is...
This slit in one hole is all there.
Oh man, here, we're gonna do it.
Yep, exactly like this. It can only go in one way. Oh.
Yep, the button is in fact in the hole in the back.
Interesting.
Is it holding it? It is not holding it down.
Wonder if it ever bumps forward to like hit the button. Ooh, wow. Oh shit. It was way too fancy for cardboard.
We're taking off to freaking space, man.
Now the last step is install a booster rocket.
Right. Install the 4-stage rocket assembly into socket B. Okay, so they're saying estimated completion time for the goggles is 30 to 60 minutes. So
it could take a little while.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a pretty good amount of time, considering. Yep. Let's do it. Look at all these materials. It's a lot of interesting little... It's like foam pads.
Oh, yeah.
Stickers.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see like a behind the scenes on how they design all these.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of little things they have to consider.
Oh, man. I just saw everything. Now Spoilers. I know what I need. I know Kung Fu.
Yeah, exactly. Just download it as you swoop by.
Yep. 4 steps. Ooh, wait. Hold on. Go back to those. Lenses, goggles, safety cap, okay.
Interesting.
And prepare to play. All right, well, we got to start. Step 1. Making the safety cap, I think, keeps the switch in so it can't slip out while it's in use.
It's interesting.
I think it's the piece that, making the lenses, okay. Yes. Shit, I didn't hold on.
Yeah, I told you, you're getting ahead.
Don't go opening it, but I did. You didn't tell me this earlier. Oh,
it's ruined.
Never look into the sun. That's literally why I bought this. Come on. Never plays in direct sunlight. Well, yeah. If this is not a joke, kids. For those of you who are not into VR, you might be considering it. Do not let sunlight get anywhere near your lenses.
You know that whole like magnifying glass on an ant? Mm-hmm. That's either your eye or the screen.
Yeah.
So.
Generally the screen.
Yeah.
So whatever you've spent on that will be defunct. Okay, so from sheet A, this is sheet A. That doesn't look like the piece that I need. Oh. Okay. Hold on just a second here. If we're gonna bother to label the sheets, why aren't they separate letters?
What?
Why are there 2 A's?
Oh, come on.
Like,
are they just all A?
Wait. No, I think I know what it is. No, I don't know what it is at all. There's like 3 A's with different symbols. So okay. Wow. I see what it is. It's for the thing. So this is the light bulb A, which I assume is for generic. This is probably a sheet that gets included with most Labo sets for like learning the basics and some other generic stuff. This is the VR goggles A and B. This is the pinwheel A, the scope A, etc. So they have an icon. That makes more sense.
Okay.
So I can actually... It would have been nice, though, to have, like, a brief primer of, like, each sheet has an icon for the thing that you're going to make. because
Yep.
you could then know to just set these two aside, but...
That's it. It's getting a lower review score now.
No. Honestly, I do find this kind of interesting. Like, I mean... It's a very different thing for Nintendo. I say that, not really. They got their start as a toy company, but like it's a different thing for them today as, you know, a games company. Like, which, you know, kudos to them for finding ways to do different kind of things.
Yeah, I like when they try stuff.
I do think that this Labo kit is probably going to do better than the first one, just from the fact that I think... While there's some charm to Labo, I think like more core gamers are going to be interested in checking this one out. Also to check out Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
VR. We'll see what VR support entails.
Yeah.
Whether the big thing to me is going to be whether or not there's actually head tracking.
I don't think there is.
I don't think there is in Breath of the Wild, but supposedly there is in Odyssey. If you watch the footage again, it appears to be head tracked. But yeah,
it's just weird because like the only way they can do head tracking, like in this one, is the elephant, where it actually uses the camera to face at your head.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Unless it's very basic, rudimentary stuff.
Maybe. All right. So I have removed that from the sheet.
Also, I guess I should say, Logan's not here because he's working.
Yes.
His normal day job.
But he's probably here in the chat right now. So
yeah, probably. So
what should be our future message for Logan right now? Yeah, what's it going to be, Logan? Oh, man, what are they going to say? They're going to say something. They're going to say something, and you won't know, but we'll know from the time we did this to when... I
was going to bring up the magnet. I haven't moved it yet.
No. Can't do that. No.
Inside stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shame on you for working.
Yeah. How dare you work?
How dare you work, Logan?
Get a normal paycheck.
Yeah. What's up with that?
So disappointed.
Be careful not to mix up the front and back sides. Well, considering the front is yellow and the back is just plain.
I mean, I guess if you're very colorblind, it's all almost the same shade.
Okay. There's quite a few little fold lines there. Alright, maybe I should actually get enough room here. Make all the folds.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting in L5R, and it looks like they're kind of keeping that theming, is it's very much set in Japan.
Yep.
So they even give you like pronunciation guides, and the last one would give you like common names and some other things. And I know the original was very much based on like you had like a whole system about honor.
It's quite the sound effect when they do the crease there.
It's almost the there's some Mario thing that does.
This one.
It's also funny because usually they have like really cool art, but this one's very much like historically themed in parts. So
nice.
Still need to find a frame for those Star Wars ones I got.
Yeah.
So we at was Indie PopCon.
It was. Yep.
There's some cool artists, and one of them had these woodblock prints, which are like the old style Japanese, very much Japanese style. But he had a whole bunch. He had the Avengers as like separate panels, and then he had like 2-panel and 3-panel ones. So one of the 3-panel ones I got was the Jabba the Hutt scene. There's like Han Solo drawn on a giant piece of paper. It's like a paintbrush thing, and Jabba's like this giant frog. It's pretty cool. And the mini art pieces I keep buying and need to hang somewhere or do something with.
There are a couple like tiny pieces that are like not in the graphic that are on here. They don't really call out like remove these pieces. I just kind of noticed they're not there.
Huh, true. Is there any marking on them to say remove?
Maybe it's the fact that they have that darker marking, but I don't know because they do that elsewhere.
Huh. Yeah, they could have like an X or something.
The cardboard. Okay, so we have made the folds to get the primary creases in. Yeah, got the nose gasket tabs there.
Gasket. All the gases come.
It's all the folding. Time to open the box, but another warning. Wow, they really want to make sure that you're not buying this just to go fry your freaking eyeballs out.
Well,
man.
The thing with those goggles, though, is it would make everything even more 3D. It would be like 6D.
Right.
So
that would be great. That's a lot of D.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. Come on out, lenses. Come fry all the eyes of everyone in the world. Oh, man, they're talking. Oh, my God, they're talking. All right, Sean, quick, VR lens voice, go.
Hi there. We're the VR lenses. Good to meet you.
Little did you know narration was involved in this.
I was about to start chewing, so.
Yep. Okay. Oh, it would help if I was. Sorry for all the warnings. Please don't take them off yet. God.
And so try to avoid touching the lenses.
Behold!
You know, like dramatic music in a camera pan.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, so we're gonna slide them on in right now.
I would be curious. I assume like a lot of the hobbyists will come up with 3D prints to.
Oh, I'm sure.
Have like a head mount.
That's the thing. I get I can dig the approach of kind of like dabbling in VR to see what the response is. I think that's part of what Nintendo's doing here. You know, their statements in the past, they've basically said they're not terribly interested in it.
For some reason, the
there's a lot of people
didn't do too well.
Well, there's a lot of people that really kind of want to see them do that. I think this is their first, like, dipping a toe in the water to see what the response is like. And I think the fact that they could have released this, and not done anything for, like, Breath of the Wild. I think the fact that that's going to be a thing is going to drive a lot of units for this.
Because that was probably not a small amount of work on that team.
I mean, we'll see.
Depending on how optimize the engine and what they do, but you potentially have to retest the entire game.
Yeah, I have my theory as to how they're pulling that off, by the way. There's a lot of people that seem to think that it's going to run at like 15 frames per second and be terrible. But my hunch is that they're actually going to do what Pimax does for their brain warp technology, where they're essentially going to interlace, refreshing the left and right half of the screen at whatever rate they can get. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the physical display only supports up to 60, but doing that, you essentially could make it appear like the normal rate without impeding that.
Well, they also get some shortcuts. They had to render 2 views, but they're also much lower resolution.
Right. So if they took that approach, they essentially could limit it to a target resolution that's much smaller for that one eye. Mm-hmm. So I think that could potentially get them a decent amount of headroom if they were handling it that way.
And I think it would be interesting. It would be tricky based on the design, but it'd be nice if you could like plug it into a battery and get like docked performance.
Mm.
That would also help.
They do supposedly have some more headroom they could unlock with it in handheld mode. Yeah. And I do wonder in VR mode if they're going to enable some of that.
Maybe.
Man, these guys want in on the action.
Oh, Jeez. Man.
The cardboard pieces here. Oh, no. I thought we were just going to fold it all together, but no, there's parts. There's more parts.
I'll get the screwdriver.
2 of the gray washers. Okay. Slip the holes in the pieces over the sticky outy bits.
Technical terms. For those who don't know, the sticky outy bits are these parts right here.
All right. Well, let's get these.
Somebody had fun writing gaskets. These at least.
Oh yeah. Nintendo Treehouse.
Yep. It was like Reggie's last job to write all these himself.
I am gonna miss Reggie.
Yep. He's a nice guy.
He's had a really good run though at Nintendo. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad he's able to kind of go out on a high note as well. You know, company's doing really good. Switch has done great. And honestly, I think this is a good time, you know, if he's thinking about transition. It's a good time to transition, like, because I think the whole thing with Nintendo right now is kind of taking a fresh approach on different things, trying some different stuff, getting some new blood in there. Obviously, the Japanese side of Nintendo has gotten a lot of new faces into the positions they're in now. Maybe they're not all new to Nintendo, but and I think that's worked out for their benefit. I think they've been doing a lot of things right for them, and so you know, doesn't hurt to bring some other fresh faces to the other regions. So
my balls are still. But yeah, I am also kind of slightly curious if, like, Iwata's death recently, like, got him to really think about when he wants to retire, like, if that had any effect on that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's always nice when people leave on good terms and have something to do after retirement.
Alignment not specific. Okay, there we go. So push it.
The alignment is through the hole.
Yep. Okay. Is this the if you screwed it up then do this thing? Wow, that's maybe I'm just doing it weird, but that's like really not one. Oh yeah, I'm doing it wrong. No, like I'm putting it on right, but I'm totally not holding it in a way that would be optimal for getting that in. Okay, 1. Here we go, number 2. Come on, gasket. There we go, 2. Okay, that's a little more firmly in there.
By the way, still don't look into the sun.
Yeah, we've got like 5 more reminders of that before we get to the end. I'll bet we should place some bets here. Okay, so in the chat, we're like on step 2 of 4.
Uh-huh.
Are you on Team Sun or
Well, I mean,
what's the other
How
team
far are
if
you
it's
on
not
teams,
the sun?
like
No.
team
So
not sun?
I mean, from here. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
let me clarify.
Yeah.
Before this is done,
Mm-hmm.
are we going to get at least one more reminder not to look into the sun?
Oh yeah.
If you're on Team Sun,
I'd almost say like how many
go with
reminders.
that. Let's call the other one Team Moon because
Sun
it's
and
the
Moon.
opposite.
There's no Pokemon here
I mean,
yet.
who knows? Pokemon Labo VR support.
Somebody said they should do a Pokemon Snap.
They really so that's the thing. They really should.
Yeah.
First of all, like
That
Nintendo
should be so easy.
people
for them to put
will
together.
buy that. You're releasing a camera in the kit and by itself.
Yep.
Make it happen.
Yep.
But yeah, the camera accessory for this, I actually heard a lot of people say it made me feel a lot like Pokemon Snap, and that would be a perfect fit for this.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see if that's something that happens. But
You know somebody there at least dabbled with it.
well, and the thing I find interesting is like Pokemon Snap, it has an interesting history because a lot of people, when it was first a thing,
Mm-hmm.
I think were on the surface really disappointed because that was not the thing they wanted
Mm-hmm.
as a 3D Pokemon game.
Yeah.
But when you sat down and you played the game, it really has kind of a special place. And now I would say there's arguably a very big cult following for that game. And Nintendo hasn't really capitalized on that, like, ever. I mean,
No.
I think, if I remember correctly, there was a reissue of it on Wii U Virtual
okay.
Console,
Probably.
I think.
Mhm.
I could be mistaken, but I feel like there was one, like, Virtual Console release of it. But outside of that, like, nothing. Nintendo. That could be a whole series that people would be willing to drop money for. And, if you put it out as a Labo-supported VR title,
Makes perfect sense.
it would work so well. Make it a digital-only purchase.
Mhm.
Get it out there. Keep the scope limited like the original
Yeah.
game. Only so many stages, so many things. People would eat that up.
Yeah.
And it would be such an easy win.
Especially with this day and age, you could throw together something like that pretty straightforward. Pretty easily.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed Pokemon Snap.
Easy Allies did one of their group night streams. They did that, and they had a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yep. Oh, they attached.
I mean, they sort of are, but like they're kind of loose. I don't know if you guys can see that. They're attached. Another thing I find interesting, I guess. Okay, I see. That's to hold. So we'll probably get to that.
Where's the IPD adjustment?
There is none. So we're gonna fold it up so that goes into the top.
You need to do this again later, so remember it well.
What?
Remember it well, you
Weird.
will.
Oh. Okay. I'm starting to get it. They're ready to fly.
Yeah. And you're done.
Okay.
It'd be kind of interesting if somebody else had just made Google cardboard work on this. Spacing would probably be all wrong.
Remove this really weird freaking piece from sheet B.
You have the right beat.
What is this? I can hardly see the cutout lines on here. There's also numbers all over it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is all that about?
I wonder what part is the most complicated part of all these different kits. Because I know, like, the piano is kind of nuts. You have individual keys, and, like, there's an internal mechanism.
Yeah. Well, so far, Team Moon is holding out for the reminder.
You almost need, like, a counter going for
every
reminder.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're going to see who makes it out in the end. So what team are you on?
Oh, I expect, like,
Team
5
Sun,
or 10
Team
more of these,
Sun?
yeah.
Here's the thing. To be the opposite. I'm going to go Team Moon, but I totally believe we're getting at least one more reminder.
You have a tiny
but I'm going to keep
hope.
the faith.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep the faith that we're not going to have any more reminders. We're done.
They've reminded you 4 times.
Nintendo has banned all VR reminders from here on out. None more reminders.
They have faith in future generations.
Stretching the forward button to the right.
If you're using the touchscreen.
Yep.
So I've noticed a lot of these. They're prompting for like touch controls.
You guys. But you know what? We're doing this for you guys to see our experience. So we got it on the TV so you can see how badly we're putting this together in relation to their awesome skills on the TV.
We put the Gundams together. Hopefully we can do this.
Okay, so again, there's some cardboard sections I noticed that aren't included, and they were kind of in that highlight, that blue highlight they show when they punch it out. So I'm going to attempt to pull those out here. That stays in. This goes out. I got this turned around, but that's okay. Some of these are pretty thin little pieces of cardboard in here, but I don't know. Just like the thickness and material of this cardboard, it works really well, actually.
Because I expect it to be more rigid, but as long as it doesn't like fall apart.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people are getting these as like a collector thing too, and just never opening them.
Oh, that would be unfortunate, especially since it's just cardboard.
Yeah.
I mean, they're neat, but I don't think this is exactly going to be like the crazy collector's item years from now.
Well, it could also be one of those things like they're trying to collect it and then it just goes moldy or something.
Yeah. So yeah, check this out. You might be able to see on the TV image, but yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what those are for, but we'll find out here. So this is going to form the slot into which we insert the console itself. Lay it out, printed side up. Get these lines in the middle. So the interesting thing is I don't really see the lines that well. Hoop, her, hoop, her, hoop, her. All right. So crease. It's interesting too how much they like. I don't want to say harass you about creasing, but man, do they want to make sure you're doing those folds pretty robustly.
Yeah. They have to have that little snap.
You don't hear a snap?
Like turn up the mic and get really close.
I mean, they sort of make like a cardboard getting compressed down sound, but it's not really a snap. Okay, so those are creased. This one needs extra firm creasing.
I'm waiting for the one where they're like, now don't crease this all the way after you've already creased it. This is the one that you don't do firmly.
Here we go. Extra fur.
Get out the anvil.
I think that's firm enough. Hopefully my firmness of cardboard compression is adequate. Okay.
Yeah, the die system in this is really interesting. So it's a similar idea to the other one, but there's actually some slight tweaks to it. So the square dice are called ring dice. They represent your character's personality and fundamental aptitude. And the other sides of it. The other more sided dice are skill dice. They give you slightly more potent outcomes. But the different symbols are success, explosive success, Opportunity and Strife.
Well, let's hope that we can also have some explosive success with this.
Yes,
This is
need
a lot
lots
of
of
creases.
explosive success.
Oh no, look at this. They snuck it in the side there. Hey, the foam's going to be needed in a moment.
Uh-oh.
Sponge stickers.
I like how this one's an actual picture. Very spongy. Uh-huh. I get it.
Do they look just the same? Not quite.
No. Like, I don't have a white backdrop.
That's what they're for, I was wondering.
Keep it from sliding out.
Yep.
I guess. I'd expect, like, rubber or something better.
So we're going to put them over there and wrap that around, I assume. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like the picture of foam.
Just going to go through because, right.
That's what they mean by those
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah. So each one of those is a location for them.
Yeah. Are our stickers also 2D surfaces that fold around? Oh no, you're out of stickers. Don't worry if they're not totally straight. Oh, that's the longer stickers.
Right. I'll actually go ahead and start installing a couple of these.
So yeah, it's interesting. So the explosive dice, there's explosive success, like give you a chance to roll again. There's like a slight system with that. Opportunity is like kind of a story thing. So it gives you a chance to notice something useful, unrelated to what your goal is. And Strife is not an outright failure, but they build up over time and they cause you to have like an outburst because it's like your emotions kind of building up. That's what's neat about this system in a way is it's lighter weight. There's less numbers per se, and a little more based about storytelling.
Kind of like Simbori Chai backed.
Yeah. Oh. We really need to get back to all these games. We keep getting all kinds of games and just not having time to play them because our game.
We have some time to play them.
Yeah.
It's just not as frequently as I think we'd like, but... Or here, it is interesting that it's actually intentionally having me put these over top of some of the crease points. So, like, these are going to be creased along the edge.
Huh.
But...
I guess it'll just pinch it more.
Yeah, maybe.
I bet it'll also make it stronger, potentially.
Yeah. So I assume 5 and 6 are wide. Yep. All wide at this point. 7 and 8.
So the Star Wars trailer came out today, or teaser, I guess.
Teaser. Yeah.
So we've been talking about that.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yep. Tease of the Emperor. I mentioned it to everybody else that the laughter at the end, at first what I thought it was the Joker, but it wasn't quite
because
his
the
laugh.
Joker trailer, yeah.
So, because, Mark Hamill's so good with the Joker.
Yeah.
So that'd be kind of funny to me now to have like the Emperor versus the Joker like laugh off. I wonder if they ever did that on set.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
But yeah, like the Emperor guy hasn't really done much since
Ian
the
McDermott?
prequels.
Yeah. I mean, not
At least
that
that
I'm
yeah.
aware of, yeah. Well, I think he has been involved in some of the other stuff. Like, I think he's done the voice for some of the other, like, side shows and... But I'd have to check what, because I know there are a couple other voice actors that took up the role really well, actually. So I don't know. I'm glad he's back, though.
Yeah.
In some capacity, we'll see. But that, I appreciate that we're trying to get a lot of the original cast in there somehow, some way.
At least for this run of it.
Yeah.
I'm curious still what they're going to do after this whole saga.
I'm telling you, a Knights of the Old Republic, man.
Oh,
they need to
so
just do a trilogy and make it happen. That would work so well. And there's so many people that want that.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned you guys before, but Star Wars is great and all. But at some point, I'm okay with them, kind of ending this story and telling all the other stories about all of the rest of the galaxy.
That's the thing that's great about it.
Yeah.
It's a whole universe of possibility.
Yeah.
And, the expanded universe, I think, tapped into that really well in a lot of ways.
Some of the games, But the movies, I think that's one thing I liked about even the prequels. It's still kind of telling their backstories, but you at least get to see some different things and some different times.
Is interesting. Sure hope all this foam and other stuff stays together pretty well.
I worry about foam like this though, because it feels like the type that'll just disintegrate after a while.
I guess you just need to buy another VR Labo kit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got this. This is gonna get folded. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can do.
Can you dig it?
Let's see. Seal up this slot securely. It's gonna hold the console. Okay, so that slips through there.
Snap.
Okay. Let's see. Get this. Yep, click. Hey, this time it actually made kind of a clickish sound. And that went in. I don't want to do it again because I don't want to wear out the cardboard. But
no, yeah.
is everything lined up perfectly? Are your eyes looking through the goggles at the sun?
Don't do it. So have you heard of Blackpink?
Blackpink? I don't know if I have.
They're one of the really big Korean girl bands.
Oh, okay.
Now, girl
nice.
groups. They just broke. They broke one of the YouTube records, and they broke some other record recently, most views. So they're kind of popular, but very catchy stuff. They're going to be on the Coachella stream in a bit.
Yep, nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna risk this and just find out later that it works. Cause
yeah, just slide it in there. Ooh. That is one thing. Now I think about it, with the supposed redesign that they're gonna do, make sure it's nice and smooth. Gotta go in and out a couple times. I wonder if they do redesign it, if it won't fit this very well anymore.
Yeah, so I've been a little curious to see, are there certain things with the design of this that would happen to accommodate a slightly different form factor?
Yeah.
I think if anything, if it's thinner, they may just include a thing that can pad it.
Maybe.
But yeah.
My biggest thing is it'd be nice to reduce the bezels, which I guess at that point you just black it out and it would work. It'd hopefully be maybe high res too.
Look at all these pieces I have unfinished here.
Yeah.
Yeah. B. Top piece. So I think this is the last piece from B.
Mm-hmm. Is it? Burn it. Yeah, the very last step is now fold the last remaining holes into this.
Yeah. Simply fold into it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple punch out pieces. Yep, that's all the pieces from this sheet. What is this piece for? Your nose, of course.
They even have like a serial number
printed
on the
into back.
it.
Wow, geez, that's.
Is that like before it's printed? Like, you think you'd be able to see what it was from the front?
Right. I don't know. Yeah, you know what would be a really cool thing to see is the production line for the Labo kits. I'd be curious to see like what it looks like for them to produce these. That's got to be a different manufacturing process than what they typically do.
Probably.
So, yeah.
The nice thing is that they can probably run out a bunch of runs really quickly because like that's half the point of cardboard.
Yeah. Okay,
Cheap
so
and
let's
easy.
go back. There was a fold here. Okay.
Don't miss a fold.
I mean, it's my nose, so I better not miss it. Leg lifts.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
Leg lifts.
So,
leg lifts.
My mom back in the day got the Buns of Steel tape.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a kid, so I was like, yeah, sure, we'll try it. All I remember is you were sitting there essentially doing leg lifts on one side for like half an hour. And we were like, how much longer is this going to work? Like,
Hashtag Sean, the man with the buns of steel.
Oh, man, if I could keep up with them, it was nuts.
It's his secret. He won't admit to it, but he actually has buns of steel.
Crack a walnut. But, man, the next day we could not sit down straight. We were just so sore. So be careful if you get buns of steel. They're very dangerous.
You're like, it's like the D&D thing where you're the paladin with the big armor going quietly down the hall. Clong, clong.
Yep.
You just walk around. Doosh, doosh, doosh. I can't help it.
I have trouble going through metal detectors.
Yeah.
It's horrible. No, like I said, the funny thing is, like, we only really did that one side, too. So only one side was sore, and we were, like, lopsided.
So, bun of steel.
Yeah. At least after, yeah. Smooth stickers.
I mean, they are smooth.
Is this for slidey things?
Only need one. Fold it firmly in half. They lined up perfectly. They are, actually.
It's like they planned it.
Yep. Are we going to tape the two halves together?
Yeah.
And it's pretty neatly lined up.
We'll get it wrong.
Okay. Man, they're sure picky about neat and tidy here.
Yeah, it must be perfect.
I mean, I'm trying my best. Yeah.
If it's not perfect, an old Japanese lady will come over and beat you with a stick.
So, I do find it a little bit funny that they're referring to this as stickers because I'm pretty sure it's just like a variant of tape.
Well,
so they just kind of like pre-cut strips of tape for you.
But what is stickers but a fancy tape? Deep philosophical questions here. Are you team tape or team sticker?
Team tape or team sticker. I mean, mine turned out hideously ugly compared to that because there was a little bit extra. Nope. It's going to tear the cardboard off if I do. Look, this won't be visible, right? This is just going to be in the kit. This part's going to be
the one part that everybody looks at.
No, it'll be...
It's just going to be right there on the bridge of your nose for everybody to stare at.
Okay. I will physically put them in the box because that's what they asked me to do.
Don't touch them. Ooh, snap.
Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay. Triangular piece-ish thing there.
Piece-ish thing. Ooh. Oh.
The nose piece.
Which way? I assume that way. Yeah. You get like smelling salts or something, right?
Yeah.
See?
Why you have me do that?
It specifically said you're going to have to take this apart again.
I know, but I was hoping that they were just kidding.
It's funny how much they're like, yeah, now put this together. Now take it apart. Oh. Okay. So it's like a spacer. And that blocks it between each eye.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that seems pretty straightforward. Does it look firmly inserted?
So it's firm as you'll get without breaking it.
Let's add the console slot. Okay.
Slide it
just slide in. Okay. Yeah, they pretty much do. Look at that. Okay. Okay.
And
I assume that piece goes into the nose flap. Push it. It might be tough, but push it all the way in.
Might be tough, huh? It's unyielding cardboard.
That actually had like no resistance. So
you're just tougher than you realize.
Can you see the little feet poking out of the side? Yeah.
Cut them off.
Other side too. Huh? Oh, and the bottom is still properly connected. Yes, it is. It was the last time. Roll the lens piece over.
It's like commonly fall apart at this stage.
I don't know. If it lines up with that, then it should be a piece of cake. Well, it is lined up with that.
I don't believe
Fold it up, tuck it under.
Cake is a lie. Like.
This is the part of it. Oh. That in. And then, yep, these fold down and.
One of those double notch things.
Just like the thing that I couldn't even open the box to get this out from. Okay. And I assume the same on the other side. Just
Nearly
make
there.
sure you didn't
out.
let it screw it up. Come on, man.
You know, there's some people that I guess need extra instructions.
And there's some people that are just extras. I haven't even peeled my protective covering off of the lenses yet.
Don't touch it, just in case.
Oh,
There could be sunlight.
This looks a lot like a VR visor to me. Slot a neat rectangle. Yeah, it actually is a pretty neat rectangle.
I noticed it can like kind of shift, like where the console goes. I don't know. Maybe it's more solid.
Yeah, a little bit. I think together it's pretty good at
probably.
this point. Yeah.
Well, and I guess the other components around the edges will hold it. Ooh, Right. Right. Yep. Right there.
Okay, that's kind of... Yes.
Is that the same? Is that the master hand or whatever?
Give that a tap. Oh.
I wonder if that's to like get to a menu or something.
Guessing.
It reminds me of the Google Cardboard.
Here we go. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna be... If we're getting a reminder, it's gonna be the step where they tell us to remove the plastic cover.
My guess is that's gonna be one of the last things. Oh.
The safety cap.
Safety cap's good for keeping the sun out. You know. Yeah, don't get those mixed up. You never know. A pinwheel.
I'm assuming the safety cap basically just prevents the console from being able to slide out of the side.
Yeah, it must be. Interesting to do it as a separate piece, but I guess it makes it so there's less like mechanical things sliding in and out that could wear down. Sits on the cap.
Okay. And we got some inner pieces that can come out. Right.
Now I think about it, they should do like a Labo Gundam. I mean, I guess they
that was one of the other Labo ones I wanted to try was the robot one because I heard that was pretty good.
The piano and general music one would be interesting too.
Well, maybe we'll have to try another Labo stream in the future.
Maybe
if we like this enough. I mean, this is pretty fun putting this together.
Yeah. I would have liked it as a kid. Now I hate it.
That's the thing, though. I kind of feel like this is almost kind of like Lego style, where it's like it's not really geared towards kids specifically. Like I'm talking about the style of like how they're approaching the construction and stuff.
I guess.
It's simplified so kids could do it, but it's not like stylized in a way that's like.
One of the big things I like about it is having the lab extra stuff where you can kind of mix and match things and make your own things.
So this makes sure the console won't fall out well. Okay, all the creases. Oh man, look at those creases.
Ooh, you know, do the line thing.
Yep. So I got a really like firm creasage.
Yep. Take all them creases in. Don't trust it.
I guess it's kind of like massaging the cardboard.
Massage you?
Yeah.
Snap. What if you did fold one of them and it just like snapped off? Guess that would be it.
That would suck if one of these just happen to break off.
Now take your X-Acto and crease along here.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's probably part of the reason why they include like all the pre-cut tape and all that. They probably want to avoid you having to use scissors at all.
Yep. Well, even tools in general.
Yeah, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. You need your switch, your hands, power.
Okay. Assume we're going to that. I mean, it doesn't sound like that, but it goes in that way. Just make the nice clicking sound and get in there. why are you fighting? There we go. Again, sort of a click sound? Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, yep. There we go. Safety cap. And that's it. Okay. So practice putting it on. It's right over the top. Make sure it goes all the way down. It's kind of weird that there's this piece in the middle that's clearly cut out, but they didn't have us fold it for. So sits on like this.
Must be something else that attaches.
Oh yeah, that makes 100% sense. Yes, that's where like accessories probably attached to the thing, and by putting it there, they can enforce that you're actually using the cap. You're using it. All right, come on, give us that nice warning.
Nope, still gotta tap the corner just in case.
Like why are you having me tap cardboard that will literally do nothing?
Gotta give it a try
right now.
Gotta get that muscle memory in.
Okay. I mean, why would it matter if you're alone or with somebody to put the safety?
Well, if you're with somebody, they can stand there with their hands.
When you're playing with the VR goggles alone, make sure to always put on the safety cap.
Like wearing a helmet when you're drawing out.
Yeah, a helmet. Yeah, that's it.
Don't you want to be safe? Woo! Man, that was hard.
All right, guys. I'm going to have to switch to handheld mode, but I'll try to relay what I'm seeing as we do this here.
Like I've seen everything for the first time.
Yeah. So I need to actually have the Joy-Cons handy. And
not in the cardboard.
Not in the cardboard practice thing. So the time has come to remove the final seal, and it specifically says in text on the screen, "Dun dun dun."
Gotta crack that seal.
Okay, here we go. They're warning us, or no, they're telling us to take the film off of the lenses. So if we're gonna get a warning,
that warning doesn't count on the film, so you're gonna get
no. Yep. The VR goggles are ready to roll. A whole new virtual world awaits. Play now.
Damn. Oh shit. It's electrocuted again. Listen to that HD rumble.
Yep. Warning. When using the VR kit, only play while seated in a chair. Be mindful of your surroundings and other people. Make sure to take regular breaks. Gyroscope needs to be recalibrated. Place the console on a flat surface for a few minutes. So,
yeah.
This reiterates they could do head tracking with just the console.
To some
it
extent.
Would only be 3 degrees of freedom.
Well, the problem with gyroscopes, too, is you eventually get some drift.
Yeah.
That's usually what they read.
But if they have a calibration, like a quick recalibration method.
Yeah.
So touch here to switch to VR mode. Loop.
Interesting.
So we can now officially see the way they're doing this. Mm-hmm. There is a bit of dead space around.
Which is common.
Yep.
Otherwise you get light bleed. I assume NVIDIA worked with them too to optimize everything.
Well, I didn't think this day would come, but I am using a Switch in VR.
Ever since your dreams of your virtual boy.
I will say this. It's actually a bit better than I expected in terms of. Look, it's a 720p screen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And it wasn't built with VR in mind first, so you never know like what the pixel arrangement, what the screen door effect is going to look like in that resolution.
Yep.
That all being said, I have to say for a 720p screen, it actually does quite well. The screen door effect is probably not too terribly different from PSVR.
Mm-hmm.
The resolution is similar. The vertical FOV is actually like you can't see a cutoff within the lenses on the vertical, which is kind of interesting. The left and right is probably comparable to maybe a Rift. Or just a hair under a Rift.
Yeah, I expect less, but
it's not as... I mean, yeah, it is less, but it's not...
It doesn't look like you're looking through a tube or anything.
Yeah, it's not bad. The 3D effect actually works very well. Okay, so place... So now they're asking me to put this
safety
on. I need to protect myself.
They don't trust you.
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, so I will say couple things. So it's literally tossed me in the very first scene. And
where's Mario?
So there's some good and maybe not so good here.
Uh-oh.
The good is this. I am thoroughly impressed with what I am seeing coming off of the Switch's screen as a VR headset right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty surprised, I have to say.
Well, because the other thing to think about is, like, if you look at something like the Gear VR...
Right. It's kind of similar.
But this is even more powerful hardware than that.
Sure.
I would hope this should be able to...
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Visuals, I think if you're considering what this is, it's a 720p display
mobile
made
device.
For a mobile gaming. It's pretty impressive. The vertical FOV is actually kind of blowing me away a bit right now. The fact that it's that full.
Well, I also just realized you have your glasses on, so that fits well.
Oh, yeah. The glasses aren't anywhere near the lenses, or they're fitting fine. The one thing I will say is this being an LCD, I can see a bit of motion blur drift in the scene. So, and it doesn't take a whole lot. But yeah, it does add some blur. So here, I'll let you check this out. I'm not going to proceed into that, but just check out, like, for the Switch. Oh, I'm sure. Nice, yeah, I'm sure. For what it is.
Oh, yeah, I see the motion.
But considering what it is, like, this system was not designed with this in mind as the intent. Like, I don't know, it's not bad for something that was kind of like, I would say honestly, kind of tacked on to the system as a thing that it could do. It's fairly decent, I think.
Yeah, you just can't have fast motion.
Yeah. Although I'm curious, too, how much of that is that particular scene as well, because sometimes that can be affected by how bright the scene is.
There's a lot of text and lines that would cause that. I'm surprised. The text is pretty readable.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, not bad for what it is. Like
I started off, I'm like, yeah, there's just nothing except
I'll
the
be
ground.
honest, I was kind of expecting it to overall be a little bit worse than this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
To me, that text is almost more readable than the Rift.
Yeah.
Or not the
Vive.
The Vive. I still had like blurriness issues on my Vive in particular, though.
Because, like, I don't think the screen door, the pixel spacing here is really any worse than those. In fact, it might be a little bit more dense.
I'm seeing some, I can't tell if it's aliasing, like at the bottom of the steps that are shown. So everybody, to explain, there's like these, was it 3 or 4 levels and a little robot guy and then some other, like...
So I'm moving him around now, and...
Oh.
So I guess the other thing I'll say, too, is, yeah, the visuals that this is accomplishing while doing this, sure, these are kind of simple, but, like, there's some good effects going on here. The lighting, I'm spawning some objects right now, and I'm sending them off into the sky, but, like, I can tell it's still doing, like, surface textures and dynamic lighting and all sorts of stuff, and it's handling it in stride. I mean, this is clearly running at, like, 60. I'm pretty sure. So, I'm pretty impressed. Okay. So, let's see. I've finished that. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of, like, VR. I backed out to the menu.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of VR experiences here. So, that one was called Jump and Destroy.
Jump and Destroy.
There is, let me go through the list. Bomb hockey.
That's some bomb hockey right there.
Climb to the finish line. Car driving. Car battle. UFO pilot. UFO crane game. Wobbly dancer. Animals galore. Zero gravity. Kitchen capers. Shootin' hoops. Boomerang. Good aim, which looks like a golf game. Bat and ball, which is like baseball. This is page 1 of 4. So there are 4 more pages full of those games. Okay, so there's sections that require the other accessories.
Oh, sure.
But some of these are just unlock VR. So some of these are still... Yeah, there's a bunch in here, man.
Nice.
I'm pretty impressed. So let's try another one. What should I try? I
don't know what you would do in the car driving one.
Let's try that, car driving. I wish I could show you guys this. That's the tricky thing. Okay, so they're actually asking me to attach the Joy-Cons to the system while it's in here.
Okay.
So I assume this is going to make use of...
that's how you control it?
I'll bet this is how you're going to play Breath of the Wild.
Probably.
Like, docked like this.
Yeah, I knew that was one of the options.
I did not. I thought that...
Because there's no other way to hold it up.
Yeah. Well, so I think there's supposed to be an optional stand. I heard that, but I don't know when that's coming, because, I mean, that's what these are partially there for.
One of the reviewers I was watching, they were kind of joking, like, well, you can just play it in bed looking up.
Yeah, you could, actually. That would be pretty comfortable.
As long as it stays balanced.
I've done that with, like, my Daydream.
Sure.
So, okay, so let's... Oh, no. Let's... Okay, so... Forward... Reverse, jump, camera, retry. Okay, so there's a... Ooh. So I'm like looking in third person at a car that's kind of in like a little arena thing that I can control it and drive it around. Oh, this is cool. So there's another observation I want to make here, but I'll bring this up in a moment. And no, a good one, I think. So this is just kind of like an experiment. You can manipulate this car, I think reset it. There's different camera angles. Yeah, there's a top-down view, so now I'm like really big.
Oh, nice.
So it's just kind of like a VR playground.
Some of that would be really good for multiplayer, too.
Yeah.
I guess it does have modes where you can like switch off, hand it off to people.
So, what I was going to say, there's two things I noticed that are going on here now that I'm paying a little more attention. One thing is, and I got to like hold my right eye shut.
Oh.
So, one thing is that within your view of the lens, you can actually see everything to the edge of the lens. So, like, you're not getting a cutoff in the view there that's like the inside. Like, you know how on the Vive or other headsets, you'll see the sidewall on the outer edge? You don't get that here. You're just getting cut off here by the actual face guard. The other thing I see that they're doing is... So that's your like outer edge, like the far left eye and far right of the right eye. The inner edge, you see the nose guard that separates them. But interesting thing, they gave it a bit of a sheen to the surface. And so what it's actually doing, it seems to be reflecting a little bit of the color of the light there. So, I mean, there's clearly like a guard there, but it kind of melds into the scenery a little bit because it's reflecting back the color of whatever you're looking at in that plane. So it actually, aside from the faceplate, it kind of fills the view quite a bit. Also combined with the fact that the vertical, you see top to bottom. You don't see the outer edge. This is your cutout, so you're just seeing the facial gasket. So the only other observation I was going to make is I can tell that they are doing a slight rendering optimization at least the very top, and maybe it's just how my console is sitting. But they're doing, I think, something kind of similar to what Resident Evil 7 did, where the very far extremities of the FOV are kind of done as they're not actually rendered, they're just warped to stretch that color. And it works pretty well, though, to just kind of like extend what's there. You don't really notice it. It just kind of helps fill out the FOV. So they can, again, further reduce the render size and get some good performance there. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, the thing you're talking about with the edge kind of reminds me of those... TV things where they has the light coming off the edge. It's supposed to like kind of fill in your peripheral.
There we go. All right, let's close this one. Let's check out another one. Oh, don't forget to take regular rests. Another warning. Are we going to get a sun warning?
I don't know. The lenses are covered up for now.
Okay, so let's try car battle. Though we did car driving. Let's see what car battle looks like here. By the way, I do not care that I look completely ridiculous using this thing. So
there's a lot of other easy ways to look ridiculous.
Oh, this is so cool. Okay. So this is basically like the car driving mode where you're in the top view camera and you're in a little arena with some generic shapes and some other cars. And your car now has a giant hammer on top of it. Oh, it even turns really big.
Oh, no.
Chase and destroy. So I will say so far, every experience I've tried, the camera is in a fixed position. I will be curious to see what they have on here where the camera is in motion. Are
you getting blurs on the objects at all? Or?
So you know what? Blur as far as the motion blur. I mean, here's the thing. If I'm looking for it, yes. However, while I'm like focused on what I'm doing, like playing this, I don't really notice the blur. I mean, I do. It's clearly there.
And I think it would blend in more with gameplay.
But yeah, like I'm not focusing on that. Like, sure, it's blurry. It's not a massive FOV,
well,
but
to be clear, it's mainly blurry when it moves. When you stay still, it's fairly sharp.
Right.
What I expected.
It's pretty good for what it is. I mean, I would honestly say this to me is probably fairly comparable to like PSVR, I
Yeah.
think. Is probably, but I would almost argue with a higher perceived space. I don't want to say a higher FOV specifically, because
Yeah.
I think it is still kind of narrow-ish in general, but I think they're kind of making it appear bigger than it is. Like, another trick I see them doing here is, like, even though... See, I think it might be a higher perceived FOV, because even though the nose guard, for example, is blocking my left eye from seeing farther than here to the right...
Yeah.
Because my right eye goes all the way to the edge here, it is filling in what is in that space.
Yeah.
So, like, I actually am seeing, like, edge to edge. There's just a bit of the nose guard overlaying it on the sides.
Yeah.
But,
well, your brain can usually do a good job of filling in some of that. But
okay, so they're asking me to recalibrate, so I'm going to let that...
I wonder if they can tell that it's so far off, or it's just every so many games or something.
It might just be every so often. Can't tell. All right, well, let's... UFO pilot. So is that kind of like car driving? Ooh, we're in space.
Uh-huh.
Stick move, break the crates. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Okay, you should check this one out. This is kind of fun. Oh, I ran into a cube. Here, check this one out.
Uh-oh.
This is something darker scene. Oh, yeah, sorry. I probably have it calibrated to face the other way.
Oh, A and B. Break the crate.
Yeah, you gotta shoot the red cubes.
There he is.
So the only thing that would be kind of fun is, like, it'd be nice if we could take some time while somebody's trying the experiences to continue building the blaster portion. But we kind of need the cart to see the directions for that, so... There are a lot of pieces to the blaster, and I don't know what else this is for. It's like a pinwheel. There's a pinwheel.
Ding dong.
You advanced to the next stage or something?
No.
Oh.
I just hit one of the squares and it was like bing bong.
There's a lot of pieces parts to this.
Yeah, it's interesting too. Now I think about it, like it's just going off the speakers right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's good enough.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to get huge stereo separation or anything.
Yeah, I mean, not bad. I think in general, like I'm fairly impressed with how it is for what it is.
It's sharper than I expected.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought a 720p single screen for both eyes was going to be pretty bad. And it's not, you know, it wouldn't stand up to like PCVR or something like that. But honestly, like, I think if they did, I will say this, I think if they did make a more serious VR unit, I'm thinking like a powered shell with a strap. This could compete with PSVR. I legitimately think it could.
I also think, knowing Nintendo and how they focus on gameplay, it would be interesting to see what they would do with it.
Yeah.
Because, this is just them playing around.
Right.
So.
No, let's not do this one if that requires a...
Interesting.
Wobbly dancer, shooting hoops,
Wobbly
boomerang,
dancer.
good aim. Let's see what good aim is. Looks like a golf game. Okay, so detach the right Joy-Con and connect it wirelessly. Put on safety cap. Safety cap is installed.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, what? And what? There's like, I'm holding a ginormous like paddle. Oh. Reset right hand. Oh, place it. Okay. Okay. Slow time. Launch a ball and try to hit the target. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, do I have enough room to be swinging around here?
I know, just watch the table.
I'm going to be doing this, I think.
You're good.
Okay.
Just don't go too low or you'll hit the table.
Oh, my gosh, I have a bad aim. I really wish you guys could see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Again, it would be nice if they even, like, maybe had a mode where you could set up a second switch and see what the other person was seeing.
It'd be kind of tricky, but yeah.
Well, I mean, all they'd have to do is send the coordinates back.
Right.
Wouldn't have to synchronize everything or stream a video.
So yeah, basically what I'm doing in this minigame, I have a ginormous paddle.
Mm-hmm.
And I can hit A to make a ball pop up from the ground. And there's like a goal over there with different blocks that I can kind of break apart.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a rod in the middle with an apple. So I think I'm trying to like get as close to the middle as I can. I'm actually trying not to hit it too hard, because the harder I've hit it thus far, it just keeps going to the left of the goal. That's pretty interesting though. Yep, I'm not doing too good with this.
I'm looking at the cardboard cuts as you're doing that. It is pretty crazy how accurate these are.
Yeah. Interesting.
I wonder if they use like a special machine or... It looks like they must have used a blade to like just chop down.
Alright, well, so let's do this. I think let's take a break from trying stuff and let's put together the blaster next.
Oh, sure.
And we should be able to go to docked mode again so you guys can see.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, initial impressions, I think overall, oh yeah, you can actually see it here. So here, I'm going to try to, so okay, here's another thing actually that makes me pretty happy. Although, so one of the other things I wanted to see if was going to be a possibility is if you could activate the VR mode in other titles like Zelda, if you have a 3D TV that supports taking a side-by-side and making it 3D, using that. So the answer appears to be yes. Oh. You can just put it in VR mode and it will display that way.
Okay.
But it is warping the image for the lenses, which I wasn't sure
You'd have to turn that off somehow.
So, I mean, the thing is, I would assume, it's gonna be tricky.
Yeah.
But I'll have to try that just to see what it looks like.
I'd be curious if you like plug it in the dock and immediately kicks out of 3D.
But what I wanted to illustrate here to you guys, and it's going to be kind of hard to see, but if you look around the very upper edge here, you can probably kind of notice as I move it over here that it kind of like looks like a weird refraction, and that's that like it's just stretching that. It's not actually rendering that. That's what that is. So that's pretty interesting. It's a nice little optimization, honestly.
Any ways you can save pixels. And because of how they unwarp the image in the lenses, you actually lose a ton of resolution there anyways.
Right.
So, yeah, there's some pretty good technology. Like, I know NVIDIA has some built into their chips, which I don't know if it made it into this gen, but that can do a lot of that warping almost for free.
So, yeah, not bad for what it is. I would say I think that's a little bit better than I was expecting.
Sure.
Overall, still doesn't hold much water to other options out there, but I do think that it could be a contender in the same space as like PSVR if they gave it a proper like shell.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I think if they were able to give it a shell that had a power tap in it, for one thing, they could then unlock more power to fuel the games that are running on it. And yeah, just in general, you'd be able to use a traditional controller or the Joy-Cons, which already have some motion tracking capability built into them.
I just wonder,
independently.
Yeah, like long term, you'd start getting drift. So I wonder if they could have some other type of like hand
tracking mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll have to see. I'm curious. I mean, Breath of the Wild has to be accounting for that somehow, right?
Maybe.
If they're using the gyro in the headset, I guess that's what it hinges on. Yeah. Are they using that at all or not?
I assume at least the gyro.
Yeah. But... we will find out in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I think at this point we have to declare victory to Team Moon.
No.
We did not get another warning about
I'm almost
the
disappointed.
sun. I know.
I'm gonna 7 warnings.
I know. Like, I don't know, man.
I guess they figure once you take off the sticker, it's all on you now.
Yeah, yeah.
They put that trust in your hands.
I guess. All right, so let's take out... I think we need all of these that have the, like, bazooka shape on them. Can you help me get some of those? I got the first 3 here. They're, like, really in... Oh, the top left corner has a cutout. Yeah, they're, like, really in there.
It's almost like the Super Scope 6.
Yep, pretty much. This is, like, the Switch Labo version of that.
Yep.
There's a lot of pieces to this.
Oh, that's still... I thought it was
the same. Wow.
Go through all the letters of the alphabet.
We might be at this for a little bit, but that's okay.
This is the main thing.
Yeah. This is kind of the main accessory for this version of the kit. So. All right. Also, interestingly enough, there's another piece on here.
Yeah.
Or pieces on here that we didn't use yet for the VR kit.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder what those are for. If you look at the back, there's like a handful of separate components there. That's interesting. All right. Well, fair enough. I guess let's get to it. Gyroscope cannot be used. Oh, okay. So maybe we can. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. So, all right. I can show you guys at least what we were seeing in there. Let's take a moment to do that. And actually, it's going to be really hard to do because I can't see anything. Well, this was kind of the first one. You're basically controlling this little robot guy. And on the ground, there's some other blocks. You can kind of look around and see the space around. So just kind of a fun little, like, move around, get to see the view shift.
Mm-hmm. They're very basic demos.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. So this was car driving that I tried first. We're just going to say that it's not going to let me do this one in non-VR.
Because you have to attach the Joy-Cons.
Let me see if it'll let me. It probably won't let me do car battling.
If it was attached.
Daggone it. Well, fair enough. Wait, what's all that? Okay, so there's 13 standard VR experiences, and then...
Well, it's not going to show you the other ones.
Right.
Huh. Just going to make a fan for your VR.
But I also saw there was play. So there's also, I think, some different stuff here, too. This is really interesting. There's a lot more content in this than I was kind of expecting, to be honest. Okay, well, we want to go to make, because we want to put together these. Oh, look, it knows what we want. Oh, man, 2 to 3 hours.
Yep, they take a while. You might not want to record all that.
Yeah, I think we might actually save that for another one because we've been at this a little while. What about the windmill thing?
No. Oh, that's that part. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, that's that one. I don't really know what this is supposed to do.
So you blow on it. So it goes on the front of there and you blow on it.
Whoa,
and the camera detects it.
Yeah. Okay, let's put this together. This shouldn't take quite as long.
Yeah. You say that, but then it says like 5 hours for this one.
I like the part names here. Spinny blades, connector, prepare to play. Making the spinny.
I would also notice like a lot of their things now, like this, and it reminds me a lot of was it 1-2 Switch or the what's the one where you have like the 2 cutout guys?
Oh yeah, snipper clips.
Yeah, snipper clips. But it's very like very modern UI, simple, big playful like warping buttons and things.
Come on.
Don't break it.
That would stink if one of these just like tore into pieces.
Mm-hmm. You would have to find more cardboard somewhere.
Yeah. What would I possibly do?
It would be funny to like scan these in if we had like a laser cutter and just like make our own.
Oh yeah. Make an actual like Labo headset out of wood or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was a concern about like people ripping this off.
I really do wonder if this kit sells well, if they are going to consider making a hard, you know, headset adapter type thing. Oh, well, actually, couldn't they just do that? If they're going to make a shell to power it and hold the console, they could include some better tracking stuff in the shell.
In theory, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Use a simple chip to like offload the processing.
Right.
It essentially connects through USB.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as it interfaces through that.
Okay, so I think I got all those pieces pulled off there. I know how to go back and forward.
Yeah, I'm still wary if they would do a full-on system, but I would be curious if they did what it would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were just too burned by Virtual Boy, but that was just
the thing is,
bad
they just
timing.
didn't. Well, they didn't handle it properly.
No.
They wanted it to be a full VR experience, kind of like this is, in the sense of like actual head tracking and whatnot. And they just, to cut down on cost and other things, they had to scale it way back. It originally was going to have a color display, all this stuff. They just couldn't mass produce that at that time, and.
No. At the cost,
they shifted,
they
shifted their focus to the 64, I believe, at that time. So, an eyelet.
Yeah, I think they should try again.
I really do, because the thing is, a lot of people have pointed out, like, the games they produce and their take on that, they could really make some great stuff for VR.
Yep.
Like, could you imagine? I mean, kind of like what we're getting with Odyssey in VR. Like having a third-person Mario that you're actually viewing the camera. That would work great.
Or they could even do the thing like Lucky's Tale.
Yeah,
you know, like you're kind of like a third person looking down on the platform. It worked really well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and actually, it reminds me, the Lucky Tales guy got bought by Microsoft. I wonder what he's doing.
Yeah.
Why would Microsoft buy a? Well, he did adapt that for non-VR too.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got the grommet installed on this spinny part. The sheet of marker stickers. They're the secret to the pinwheel success, huh?
They're just reflectors.
They're reflectors and
Retro
kind
reflectors.
of glossy. Okay, so these little squares.
I almost wonder if this music's generated. It's very catchy, but very repetitive in a weird way.
Okay, so we're just gonna do this for all of them. Yep. All right.
You're gonna do it for all of them until the end.
Yep. So they need to just have a game, since this is gonna basically detect you like breathing or blowing air.
Yeah.
They need to just have a game that's just called Heavy Breathing. And it just is the GIF of the heavy breathing cat, but it doesn't wiggle until you breathe to make it wiggle.
Where they show you things and then test how excited you are.
It does make you wonder, though, like what kind of these, VR accessory type things that they're doing with Labo could provide a different kind of experience in some of these games like Breath of the Wild, you know, like in different ways. Obviously, like the motion bow and arrow would be really cool to see in Breath of the Wild.
If they went back to the old Wii version.
But
one thing that does help too is this is like a very light type of cardboard.
Yeah. It also does raise the possibility, I guess, like if they're going to ever consider re-releasing some of the older Zeldas on Switch. I mean, we got like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on Wii U. Would they ever consider doing them on Switch and including VR support in the same manner that they support Breath of the Wild? Because I think that would be cool. And again, like a really easy win for them.
Yeah.
Plus, you would think that those titles would require a little less heft to run.
Yeah.
So they would be good candidates for VR support. Aww. Been at this too long, Sean.
Yeah. Well, I never charged him during the day.
All right. All the little reflector bits are going on to the blades here. It's interesting. There's cutouts for 6, but we only have 3. These are going to get folded. 2. Okay, so let's see.
It's going to look like I'm tooting Shane out, but these are actually open.
Yeah,
so.
Sure. Yeah. Way to participate in the event here, Sean.
Well, this is a live stream. I don't know if I'm going to have it later.
You never know. All right, that's all the stickers. Cool. So yeah, see, like I feel like I could almost just look at that picture and do it. I don't feel like I need it to illustrate it. But
they should have like a hard mode where they just show you a picture.
Yeah, that would be interesting to produce like a Labo unit, like that is intended for like adults and intended to be very challenging.
Have like very intricate folds.
Yeah, or like you have to figure out elements of it yourself.
Yep.
Fish? What are we talking about fish for? I haven't been paying attention, and now suddenly they're talking all about fish.
Yep. You're missing all the jokes that they painstakingly wrote into these.
Yep. There are more.
Yep,
Dang it.
Of course there are. You weren't done with this.
The interesting thing, though, is that these don't appear to need the reflectors.
No, it looked like every other one
Yeah.
are getting the reflector. It's like the...
Yep.
It's like an encoder. I forget what those are called.
Yep.
I wonder, like, when they planned the system and they added the camera, if they thought of things like this, or they were just having it there just in case.
Probably a little bit of both,
Yeah.
knowing Nintendo and how they do some of their stuff.
Yeah, because I wonder if any people even remembered that there is a camera built into one of these Joy-Cons.
Yep.
It's a low-res infrared camera, but it's built for things like this.
And they're naming all of these individual blades. Feel bad for skipping all this, but it's just like...
Welcome to the world, Flippy.
Yeah, like... What? What's happening right now? My brain.
The guy was like just going nuts trying to think of things.
Okay, well those are all installed, so I think we're done with this piece.
Sorry, I'm distracted by pretty Korean girls.
Uh-huh. That's how they get you, Sean.
Uh-huh, it is. Every time. Yeah, they are pretty catchy. I've only heard like a couple of their songs, so I should look up more.
Yep. It's in fact every other
Yep.
fish.
Yep.
It's another thing that's a lot to me too. They have those moments where like you have to accept that you're done, so you have to actually let go of advancing, then hold it again to get it to go, then let go again to continue advancing by holding again.
Weird. Just
I
to
think they're
explicitly-
trying to make sure that
I
you're
guess.
not. Okay, so this might be a bit tricky to remove, so be gentle.
Be gentle.
Destroy it!
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We need to do like, okay, so we finished this, right? We're going to need to find the VR thing where you're inevitably blowing at this thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to bring the seat around and I'm going to do it at the camera.
Yep. Just super
Yep.
awkwardly.
Yep.
Yep.
We're going to make it happen. And that'll be where we end this stream today, I think. We'll do a separate one. So I was kind of curious, time span, how long this would take.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll probably do a separate follow-up where we build the gun. We'll try out some of the gun, the blaster.
The blaster.
The blaster. We'll try out some of the different blaster experiences and see how that plays. And then, we'll go from there. And if you guys, enjoy us doing these Labo streams, let us know. I mean, we like to do streams where we're building stuff.
Yeah, we
trying
thought
stuff out. And
kind of last minute we should try recording this, but we didn't pre-announce it, so we figured we'd try the premiere thing.
Yeah. So this is our first stream. We're kind of trying as a premiere so we can be in the chat and interact with you guys while we're all getting the opportunity to watch this together.
Yep.
Live. So
Logan can listen in, occasionally put something in there.
Yeah. Talk about how much we suck and
how much he feels left out. But you're here now, Logan.
yes, he is here in spirit and he is here in the chat. So let's see.
I guess we could test it again by like making fun of him to see if he responds.
Yeah. Yeah, Logan, you're
Yeah.
paying attention right now, right? You got the chat covered. We're all good.
He's totally not on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're playing a game with his brother.
Or
Playing Final Fantasy again. Any of them. He's still been playing 7, the Switch version.
Yeah, I need to get 7 started, but I've been getting a playthrough of 9 going.
Yep.
And Playing some Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, which has been pretty fun.
One of these days, the main one I still need to get back to, I think, is 6.
Mm-hmm.
And actually finish that one. But I think that's one of the ones I like the most.
Yep.
The ones I haven't played.
Yep. It's a really good one.
Yep.
I mean, all right. So we have all the little bits and pieces off of this part. Yes, I know I can fast forward if I was in... Oh, wait. Oh, so, okay. This time they let me know that I can also hold down the right trigger. Okay, there are 2 sticky out tabs.
Gotta get them sticky outers.
In the middle that you must not fold, okay?
Yeah, see? Don't do it.
So first we're going to fold right next to these.
There you go.
Okay. Ooh. I do kind of feel like I'm performing surgery right now. Trying not to fold that.
Very delicate.
Because, like, they kind of had it spin around, and you kind of have to, like, punch it out to get it to go.
Yep.
But you don't want to overdo it so it bends. Okay, cool. 1. I got that one. Without completely ruining it. Okay. There goes number 2. Come on. Come on. There we go. Man. Okay. Remember, do not fold the tab.
Oh,
all the creases.
Look at that W, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wait, is this the same thing? Like, don't fold. Nope. I keep hitting B, wanting to go back, but it's. Oh, yeah. Make sure that.
You don't want to round that tab.
Yeah. Dang, man. This is getting to be a small.
You had to go to one of the more complicated, tiny ones.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like it would be quicker. I think it is. I mean, this is just the Joy-Con holder for that, so hopefully we should be done. Making all the creases. Making all the creases. Wow. Hold everything else.
So there's like a W in there? Is that like a hint at a Wario game?
Dun, dun, dun. Actually, WarioWare would be
it'd be so good for this. They should have an entire kit that is just WarioWare.
Yeah, they should, actually. That'd be a good, like...
And they could, like, theme it to, like, almost look the same, but, like, Wario took over and made his own ripoff of it.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be great, actually. Nintendo, if you're watching...
Yeah. Why are they watching us?
I don't know why Nintendo... I mean,
we appreciate it.
Hey, if you're, interested in improving another independent game for the
Switch
store... that would be great, but, admittedly, we don't have bandwidth just yet to focus on bringing it to Switch. But, hey, that's a bit of game news we could toss out here.
I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
Yeah, we might as well. I'll let you do the honors while I'm making these folds.
So I think we've talked about it before, and the fact that we even got a iPhone specifically to try to eventually develop. But we don't really have Macs. We're not Mac users, sorry. Well, now we have a Mac that's on the way.
Yep.
It's one of the older Pros, right? I forget which year model.
It is the last generation of the Mac Mini.
Mac Mini, yeah.
Yep.
He's the one that ordered
the
it. 2014
model.
Yeah.
So they had a 2014 model range, and 2017 was the most recent after that.
Mm-hmm.
So... but yeah, B&H had like a flash sale on them. We've been keeping our eyes out for a good deal to get a decent piece of hardware to do the macOS desktop build for Konsui Fighter and begin our iOS port.
Yep.
So
on the side, it won't be a main focus yet. But.
Just yet, but this summer, I think the hope is that we can start getting the framework together to get that going. Yeah. So we'll definitely have more info.
We expect it to go pretty easily. We just got to see what all is involved on the iOS side.
Yep. Yeah, we have the engine and the game in a state that is platform independent now.
For the most part.
For the most part, it's still obviously running on a Java foundation.
Yeah.
So,
and there's the components for each OS that you have to implement, but it's a
right.
small
So
amount.
There's a particular framework that we've been looking into that is put out by Intel to specifically bring Android Java-based applications and games to iOS
using the same. Did that.
Yep.
But.
And I don't know if they were the original creators, if it ended up being acquired by them or
maybe.
what, but I don't know. It is under Intel right now,
okay.
And it's kind of one of their key things. So it is the multi-OS engine. So the concept is, essentially you can develop your app in Java using Android Studio and bring it to both iOS and Android on one code.
So it's going to be part of both of them then, or?
What do you mean?
Does it compile for both systems? Or?
Yeah, just like we have the current project structure, we have like the Android modules in the desktop. There will be a iOS module.
I didn't know if we were also using that for Android or just going native with what we have for Android.
No. So you still use the native Android components. This just allows you to bring the Java components to a runtime for iOS.
Okay.
So pretty cool stuff. Hopefully we can get it up and running without too much trouble. And we'll be looking to bringing it out on the Apple Store at some point.
I guess we do have to buy the dev license and
stuff. We do
need
to register as a Apple developer and get all that squared away. It shouldn't be too bad.
Yep. It'll be interesting. We fully expect it to run great on iOS.
Oh, yeah. It should run just fine.
We have like $40, like, couple generation old demo phones now that run great.
Yeah, I think we have yet to really find a device that it doesn't run smoothly on.
Yeah.
Sure, if we really tried to find some like old or underpowered hardware. But...
Yeah, the only real issue we've seen is like certain bits of loading take longer, but I mean, there's only so much you can do there.
Yeah.
Without potentially just reducing the quality, but we don't want to do that. That's an interesting...
Yeah.
Huh. Kind of see where they're going, but it's interesting to see how they fold it. I probably have mentioned, but I can't remember. I used to do a lot of like paper airplane stuff on the side for fun. So I just kind of come up with my own designs. Some of this stuff can be kind of fun. I had some designs I was particularly happy with, but I never really was good about recreating them or writing them down.
I think I used to have a program back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I've seen
I think I even got it from like the dollar store. I don't know if I mentioned, but we had a really cool dollar store near us when I grew up. They sold like these floppies that had different like shareware titles on them and stuff like that. And,
there's a good space for it.
Yeah, and they were like $1 or something to pick up, and so I got exposed to a lot of good like DOS and early Windows games through that, and I'm pretty sure they were like something they threw together or something, just some guy put together.
Yeah, it was like one of the owners or something.
They weren't like official.
No,
I mean. They were packaged, so I'm sure they were probably distributed in multiple stores around.
It was a thing in certain cities. I never really saw it around here, but I also rarely got to go to like Best Buy when I was a kid. So, yeah, most of the software exposure I had back in the day, DOS stuff, was my uncle mainly. So we would borrow versions of like Doom and Masters of Orion.
Yeah.
And Wolfenstein 3D. Classics.
Right. All the little pieces. Okay.
So now with this wind turbine combined, we can power the studio.
I mean, considering that power is just kind of included in our rent, I'm not too worried about that, but yeah. Fold that so that it pokes out.
Is that it? Okay.
I think so.
No more folds. I'm also kind of curious, like, is this like an entire team of people designing these?
Probably a small team. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a small team at Nintendo that puts together a lot of these prototypes.
You're set.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that wind turbine. We could power the whole city. It'd be funny if all the stickers just flew off.
Yeah.
Like they weren't sticking good at all.
You play it too long and it just bursts into flames.
Yeah. The safety cap, right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of see how this connects, I think.
Oh.
Fold that down.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and then it slides in.
I see, because the angle kind of holds it, makes it a little more rigid.
And it slides in.
I mean, they're pretty good designs for most of these.
Yep. Okay. Well, let's affix it. This way, I guess?
Yes. And those go, between. Giggity.
And it's actually a very firm fit.
Yeah, that angle really helps.
Yeah.
Should be it. As long as those are in
the tabs are in, everything's fine.
Yeah. Ah.
This is gonna be really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm legitimately interested to see what they're gonna do with this. Lay it down for a moment. Okay.
Don't touch it. Let it dry.
The console back. Sorry, guys.
You actually want to play it?
Well, I mean... Okay. So they're telling me to put the right Joy-Con in. This way. Yep. So that the optical portion is facing down. Okay. Right, attaching the pinwheel to the VR goggles. I'm not going to test it. It obviously goes on. Hetty McHeadington will help us demonstrate how it works.
McHeadington.
Just check this out.
Is he related to Bodie McBoatface?
I guess. The Toy-Con pinwheel is complete. Okay, well, let's see what the pinwheel can do. The funny thing is, we keep commenting on that, and I'll bet the clipping volume we had for the mic,
pick it up.
It's not doing it at all. Okay.
These Korean girls speak pretty good English, but a couple of them keep like flubbing occasionally. It's kind of cute. But Totally not distracted. I'm paying attention.
Uh-huh. Okay, so...
You need the thing?
Okay, yes. I need to put the safety cap on. So we're gonna move around here.
Uh-oh. He's doing it.
And we're going to attempt to do this straight up
running over cables.
Running over the cables.
Yeah. Only got one cable. You're good.
Okay. So it's actually telling me to blow this to start whatever this thing is that I'm about to start. So this will be pretty interesting. Here we go into the world of wind-stimulated. Gently blow. Oh my god, I picked that up. Blow gently to spin the pinwheel. Okay. I do technically, I've been diagnosed with asthma, but like in my adult life, I haven't really dealt with it at all.
Yeah. Asthma can suck.
This could be interesting. If you see me pass out, I mean, we did film this in advance, so I could still be here turning into a husk.
Yeah, well.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Get the sumo guy. There's a floating sumo man that I'm trying to hit with these bubbles that I'm blowing, and it's really not working. That's not what I expected I'd be finding myself saying 5 seconds ago, but we're running with it. Okay, R switch ammo. Whoa, I can feel the wind, man. This is real.
All the interaction. Oh, jeez. Already losing it.
Okay, why are there people in these bubbles, and why am I trying to destroy them with my breath? Also, so it says hit
because you're a sea monster.
It says hit the R button to switch ammo. Oh my gosh. This is so weird. I don't get this at all. Oh, there's all sorts of different type of ammo. Okay.
All I can think of now is that's just going to be like dripping with spit.
Okay, so this is really interesting. So let me attempt to explain what's happening right now. You start off in a room where there's walls around you that are made out of blocks. And you blow this, and it shoots out like a stream of balls. And whatever they hit kind of pops.
Bubbles.
So like you can start knocking the walls down around you, and when you do, you're in kind of the same like outdoor environment that they use for some of the other demos. And outside of the walls, there's a bunch of giant balls. And when you pop them, random like people come out of them. So like the first one was like a sumo guy. The second one was like some like teacher. The third one was like a witch. And then I haven't been able to hit the people to see what happens when the people pop.
They just explode into guts and pieces.
On top of that, if you hit the R button, it switches your ammo mode. So like the first one is kind of a constant stream of relatively small balls. The second one, your air actually like inflates a really big ball, and once it hits a certain point, it shoots out. The third one that I just tried does one periodic really small ball directly, kind of like a sniper, right? Kind of like a sniper shot. So anyway, what I'm getting at is if somebody could please just make a VR FPS title that everybody has to use this wind turbine to do that.
That'll sell a ton of copies.
Yep. So my view has shifted slightly, I think.
Is there a way to like recalibrate it?
Yeah, there is, but I can't remember. I think it said like just set it flat for a moment. Well, I'm going to do a retry here. That should reset.
Yeah, again, the problem with systems like this when they have just a gyro, gyros over time can like drift because of the way they have to
I
capture
think the
the
problem
data.
is that I moved it
Yeah,
weird down here, but yeah.
they also don't handle certain types of rotation well. Oh, oh, things getting stuck. There you go.
Hit sumo guy again. Okay, let's see. Are there
Damn
other
you,
ammo
sumo.
types? No. Okay, so those are the 3 ammo types. Okay, so the people. I finally got one. They just bounce off of them very fast. Okay, so Sean, you're gonna try this next.
Oh no.
Yep. Go.
I have to move
Yep,
too, right?
yep, you gotta move. Come on. Just for at least a few minutes. Okay, so...
Oh, it's all wet.
Yep. Okay, so hold it up. Is the wall kind of in front of
Hello,
you still?
gently, yes.
Okay, so the R button on top will
Yeah.
do your weapon toggle, and then the very top button, the X button on the front, will restart it if you need to, like, reset it.
Oh, yeah. I can feel the warm air coming out.
Yep, yep, yep.
You had no problem with the sumo? The little laser's weird. Wait.
Okay, I'll stop. You do look completely and utterly ridiculous, just see. But I mean, I did it first, so I guess that was my doing to do that first.
Come on, hit the cheerleader. Aw, he's too high. There's a mermaid.
Well, while Sean is trying to hit these folks, I think we're going to sign off here. But thank you guys. Thank you for joining us for our first premiere of Konsui Fighter Live. It's been fun. Hopefully we've had some good time chatting in the chat. We're going to do this again. We're going to build the VR Blaster as another premiere Labo video. And we will be resuming some of our regular Konsui Fighter Live update streams and maybe another gun and build stream soon. So stay tuned to our social. If you're new here and you don't know much about Konsui Fighter, be sure to check out our website at konsuifighter.com. That's KONSUI fighter.com. And we have most of our social available at Konsui Fighter on Twitter or Circean Studios at various other social media platforms. And thanks again for joining us. We will catch you guys in the next stream.
I got the German guy.